Armstrong. Yes, a lot of you have been asking about Armstrong. A lot of you have been buying Armstrong and wanting to know our thoughts on Armstrong. And that is what we've got. We have got a load of Armstrong foils, wings, different sizes, and we've also got a couple boards from Armstrong today, and that is what I'm going to unpack in this first look video. We're going to be looking at the wing SUP 511 by 28 3/4, 4.5 inches thick, 99 litres. A lot of you are looking at this board. Just before we get into this, Armstrong are a premium product, really good, well made, top of the range stuff, titanium fittings. You're talking the best of the best. Based in New Zealand from Army Armstrong, the capital of foiling at the moment. The America's Cup is going down right there now in Auckland Harbour. Definitely check that out if you are interested in that. Some pretty amazing stuff, watching some boats travel hyper speeds on the foils. Pretty incredible stuff to watch. But let's get on to this slightly more boring video, but I think it's alright still, of a first look of the Armstrong 511. Kid in a sweet shop, it's a boy in a foil shop today. This is exciting stuff. Right, let's switch to the other camera. So, the first thing you'll notice is it comes in a board bag. Can I get it out one-handed while holding this? Absolutely not. Oh, everything carbon. It's like a stomp pad thing, which we'll speak about in a minute. What ice boards are like. I just didn't expect that. Put the box back on there. So the board's still wrapped inside. So you get just a nice board bag. I mean, if you're going to spend a lot of money on any bit of kit, it's nice to have a nice bag, so nice. Now, I know it's well packaged and this stuff's really incredible for doing its job, but it would be really nice to see less of that in the packaging. It's pretty hard to, well, you can sort of reuse it, but it's a shame. Anyway, something to work on, Armstrong. Packaging inside your board bag. Be love to get rid of that plastic. Cardboard would be perfect or something we can easily recycle. Anyway. Wow, special bit of kit. I am being very careful with this knife. I know I'm going to get comments on it again, but it's a better way than scissors. Scissors, you end up having to force the scissors in, you end up stabbing your board. You can hold it like that much and just nick it. Anyway, that's what I do. Oh, look at that. Ooh. That is a serious bit of kit, isn't it? Wow. Oh my god. Oh my word, this board doesn't weigh anything. Oh. 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 That is a serious light. Oh, let's put this on the way. Look at that. That is seriously that. In fact, let's get the scales on it. Scales here. .26 kilos. Obviously there's no foot straps on that and there's no sort of rear pad. Finished off in a high gloss on the top. Got a raised centre area here. Some foot strap plugs. The deck pad's really smart. Got all this triangle recessed. Get around here so you can see the weaved. I'm guessing that's carbon or some sort of S-glass or something. Oh, Pew, look at that. And turn it over. That is the biggest chine. Look at the chunk on that. Sanded, matte, carbon bottom finish. Chunky old concave in there. Big old chines. Wow, that's a pretty nice bit of kit, that. In fact, no, I'm going to say it's a very, very nice bit of kit. In fact, I'm going to say that's possibly the best looking foil board I've ever seen. There we go. 511 by 28, if you can focus on that. 99 litres. It's very, very light. And what's even more exciting, in that box over there, got 5.5! Just take a moment to it is a beautiful bit of kit. No matter what somebody says, that is a seriously nice bit of kit. Now there's a load of information on the internet about Armstrong, Army behind it. He's a super passionate, get the weighing scales out of it, knocking me out in a minute, a super passionate guy. He knows his stuff when it comes to foiling, as do a lot of the New Zealand sort of sailing and population. They're really getting into the foiling stuff, and a lot of good stuff's coming out of New Zealand. One thing I know that he's super keen about is, if I take some footage here, if you're going to make something that works and doesn't break and you don't need to change it. So everything that they've put into, I mean, I've never seen the finish of foot strap insert plugs like this. Usually they're big, sort of, obviously high density plastic or something inserts that are set in. These all, they might be like that inside, I don't know, but they're all glassed over. You can't see any sort of, everything is, yeah, it's special. It's a bit like, this to me feels like the sort of board that you would go to a shop, sit down, have a coffee, a cup of tea, enjoy the service of the shopkeeper delivering this board to you and watching him put the foot straps on and all that sort of stuff, because this is your top quality. And I keep saying it, these are not cheap, alright? These are not cheap products, but if you want the best products, the best quality, this is, I'm going to say, the benchmark at the moment. There are going to be some competitive brands out there with foils, possibly, but with boards, I mean, look at this. This is a insert that you can put in the back. It's a carbon insert, so it's not just like a plastic thing that you put your heel against. This goes back here, like that, so you can have a reference point. For a start, you can move it to wherever you have your foot strap plugs, but it's actually made out of full-on sheet carbon. I mean, I don't know if you can see the detail of that. It's glorious, and it weighs nothing. That's probably quite expensive, but got loads of foot strap plugs here. Another thing that Army, because I did watch a video, like, yeah, look at this. I mean, all the bolts, everything you buy when you get with the Army stuff, it's all, keep saying Army, with the Armstrong stuff, it's all titanium. So all the bolts, shims, and everything is titanium. I mean, and they're all stamped with the Armstrong logo. Titanium's an incredibly, it's quite an expensive material, but it's incredibly durable, doesn't get stuck, you can't get things locked up, like aluminium and stainless. Things get stuck together quite often and you've got to grease them or put some Tef gel on them, especially your foils. This is the top of it. Even the screws have got an Armstrong stamp of approval. Titanium screws. They're quite expensive. Do not lose them. Get your own Torx driver. Of course it will be Torx. Another thing Kiwis are mad about. Torx drivers. Torx screw threads. Torx screw heads, sorry. I agree with them. They're fantastic. And definitely a lot of the foiling community has got all over the Torx stuff. The foot straps are also totally different from any other brand I've seen. Usually with a foot strap, I'm going to be here, you have a more traditional windsurf based foot strap, which are okay, they seem to work. But these ones They basically do look like a bit of foam, which they are. Super, super light, flat. Obviously you're going to keep your foot nicely attached to your board, but the nice thing about these is you can lie down on them, you can squash them, you can prone them, you can do lots with these foot straps, and I've heard lots of things from the riders saying that they're great, and they really are just perfect in what you need. So they mould to your feet nice and easily. Again, all these with stainless, not stainless, titanium mounts. Now I've put a lot of foot straps on boards in my time, from my windsurfing days as well, years ago, and I'm actually pretty nervous. Because it's just so beautiful. My general rule, not that this is the proper rule, is I get the screws always ready in the foot strap. Make sure it's just sticking through the foot strap, and that way you can locate it nice and easy. Do you want to come a bit closer? Here we've got a few options here. I'm just trying to work it out. Obviously you've got the centre ridge option down here, and you've got some offset options here. I think with this one I will just go centre or slightly offset, because I'm possibly using this one in the surf and on the wing, but I might completely change my mind. And this one here, again, you can see it now. There's the carbon plate, and you've got various, in fact they're the same foil setup, on the same foot strap setup, sorry, on the back as they are on the front. And then you can obviously adjust. Oh, so that you can use them offset with that foil plate, I think. Yeah, or you can screw them in between the holes. Yeah, smart. And then you can move this up and down in whatever position you want to have with the actual back of the sort of kicker. Like that. Get this bad boy lined up. If any of you are interested, you might not be. Then I just locate that, screw it in a little bit more, put it down to it fine, so you feel that it's locked in now at the top of the thread, and screw it in. Saying that, it's going in really easy actually. Some like foot strap plugs, they're a bit of a fight. Obviously the most important thing is your screw is going down vertical. Really interesting to see these foot straps actually, what they're like. So I'm going to go bigger with these. Oh look, there's not even a mark on there, so that's nice. And then the way I'm going to go bigger is I'm just going to move this back a hole on the foot strap. Now usually our first look videos are a little bit quicker than this, but as it's such a premium product and a expensive product as well, and a well-made, you know, finished product, I feel like I should just take my time with it a bit more. So if you're getting bored, just go off and watch something else. Otherwise, if you're a potential Armstrong customer, I think you'll probably be quite interested in this. Oh yeah, they're a lot bigger now than you did that. It's amazing, just that little, just moved it to the right. Yeah, they're really easy to put in. The amount of foot strap plugs, sometimes they're just a right battle. Or maybe it's the foot straps that make it easy to go in, because they're just so supple. Where's the foil box? It's right there. I think this is going to take a bit of working out, but... So with the back strap, I'm going to go just so it's... Maybe I'll go a little bit further. I'll just go so it's level with the back, and then there's a hole there, and there's a hole... Nope. There. Obviously you guys who've got these boards already will probably know what's set up, but I think that's pretty good. Deck pads here and the foil box is ending just about there, so go with that. So there we go, the board's all foot strapped up. I hope I've done that right. I'll probably end up changing it all obviously, but there's a lot of potential to change stuff around now. Wow. smart bit of kit. That is a smart bit of kit. Shall we unpack the 5.5 quickly? Woohoo! That is that's a light board. That's a light board. What size is it? 80 litres, so 5.5 by 26 3/4, 4 1/4 inches thick, 80 litres in volume. That's going to be interesting to, obviously with a wing, it'll be fine, winging. I know a lot of you are using really small boards with wings now, but I'm interested in like SUP surfing, SUP foil surfing, that's what I'd really... Look at the bottom shape, let's get it closer. I think this one's a bit more stand out in the bottom shape actually. Look at the tail there, see how big that is? You see this section here, this is what interests me, it goes in and then out that way. Wow. Let's check the weight on that. 517. 517 kilos. Yes, it's amazing stuff, it's nice. Right, I won't bore you putting the foot straps on that one because we've done that. Otherwise, with Armstrong we have got foils, wings, we've got HSs, we've got high aspirational ones. Basically we're going to be doing a full... Will's actually had this one out already. Nice. We're going to be doing a range overview. That's what we're doing. So we're going to be using this kit, get a feel for this kit. I know this stuff's going to foil well. I know this stuff's going to work well in the water. It's been heavily designed. We're really going to look at it a bit more and try and advise which stuff you should be looking at maybe if you're getting into it, because it is a big investment, this Armstrong stuff. It's going to last you. It's very interchangeable, but definitely it's going to be really nice to get onto this stuff and really get an idea of what it's really like.